Another DJs BrewTube Booze review. Today we're going to dive in yet again to the depths of Costco or Kirkland booze or whiskey or whatever liquor. Yeah, because they kind of like sell it all under their brand. So what are we going to have from our friends at Costco / unknown, because we don't know who really distills this, out of Issaquah, Washington, US of A. Yay / Ireland, because it was imported from Ireland. Anyway, we have there Kirkland Irish whiskey. Now, as the name suggests, this is an Irish whiskey. It's a blended product. It is a seasonal serving, but some Costco's have it all year round. Now, it clocks in at 40% ABV or 80 proof, and it has been aged at least 4 years. So, 4 years plus. This cost me $23 US, greenbacks, bucks, whatever you prefer to call it. Now, the ingredients in this product are malted barley, unmalted barley, and water. I guess yeast too, because they got to ferment it. Anywho, so I've had plenty of Irish whiskeys before. This one is super cheap. If you're going to be making Irish car bombs and mixers and all that stuff for St. Paddy's Day, you know what? It doesn't have to be the super top drawer stuff, but it should be at least tasty, because you don't want something that like sucks. Anywho, so without further ado, we've already poured our friend Costco our Kirkland Irish whiskey. Let's talk about the appearance. It's a lovely golden amber color. I don't know if they do. I suspect maybe they add caramel color to this. When I swirl it, we get tons of alcohol just tearing down the inside of the glass, cascading gorgeously, actually. It's a light sort of like straw, kind of hay golden color. Take a look at that. Lovely, lovely spirit in the glass. It's pretty, but it's got to smell good too. So let's dive in for that aroma. Tons of caramel, a little bit of baker spice, maybe some light citric notes, bit of grassiness, maybe a bit of like hay, sort of. Almost corn-like sweetness. Faint, way in the background, licorice. They mentioned that on the label, but it's really faint. You got to dig for it. If I didn't read licorice on the bottle, I might not pick that up, but I'm looking for it, so it might be there. Decent dose of vanilla. Kind of like a bourbon-esque forward aroma. Maybe they aged this and used bourbon barrels. And that's it. Remember what blended spirit means. That means they had like the single malt whiskeys in their cask and also blended spirits. Then they, neutral spirits that is, and they blended those together. So, you know what? Let's dive in the taste for what it is neat. As you notice, I don't have any water in our glass here. Why? Because I don't think water will do anything for this, so we're just going to leave it alone today. So let's dive in. So long, Chihuahua. Not bad. Very caramel forward. Very bourbon-esque in the taste. You get some citric notes. Tastes almost like bourbon after you've opened it up with water. Up front, there's some vanilla, a decent amount of citric notes, tons and tons of caramel from front to back. Super smooth, easy to drink. This is a triple distilled spirit, so that softness, which this has, is a characteristic of that kind of spirit. Tasty spirit. It's not Bushmills, because Bushmills, I've drank plenty of Bushmills, and that's got that like sort of apple-y thing going on in it, and that apple-y kind of flavor that goes along with it. This tastes to me more like maybe Patty or Green Spot, maybe Jameson, but I don't think so, because Jameson even has a bit of that apple flavor. This tastes more like Patty or Green Spot to me that I've had. I've had a ton of Irish whiskeys, and a lot of them taste very similar. This is kind of in that family. It's not a bad spirit for what it is. It's a light, delicate distillate whose main features are that, to me, of a bit of spiciness, maybe a little bit of that licorice on the palate, but definitely vanilla, some tannic barrel kind of characters, but like I say, tons of caramel on the palate, very easy to go down. There's a gentle warming in the chest as you drink it, but drinking this neat is no problem. It's not offensive in any way. It's a very middle-of-the-road kind of spirit that you could drink straight, or, you know what, at 23 bucks for 1.75 liters of spirit, you know what, you can't go wrong. Make Irish car bombs with this, you know, whatever kind of Irish drink you're going to do. Sometimes back in the day when I was a bartender, we would do depth charges. So you take basically a shot of this, drop it in the bottom of the glass with a pair of tongs filled with Irish whiskey, you know, Jameson, Bushmills, or this, and then you fill up around it Guinness, and so you have a depth charge cocktail and you drink it through that. Basically a modified Boilermaker, you know, but you just don't chug it. So let's grade it. You hear I've kind of dug it. Not too complex flavors, but not bad considering the price. So it's got well-defined flavors. It's not a mind blower. It's a 4-year-old Irish whiskey that is showing that it's probably higher on the blend ratio because of its lack of complexity and flavor. But for what it is, for what folks will buy this for, which will be generally to do mixers and things, that I think it's well done. I'm going to give it, I'm going to give it an 89, a really high B+. I would buy it again for sure for its price point. If I was going to make Baileys out of this, man, this would be perfect for Baileys. Nice caramel flavor. Sometimes I don't like Bushmills for Baileys because it's got too much of that apple character going on, but very tasty, very well made. I would buy it again, high B+. So, have you had Kirkland Irish whiskey? If you have, let me know what you know, because I like the quid pro quo and the back and forth. I also really like it when you think locally, drink locally, and support the craft spirit movement. I don't know if this is craft or crafty spirit. Doesn't matter. Tastes good just the same. Also, if you could do me a big favor and rate, comment, subscribe, especially if this is your first time with us. And you know what? If you can get around to it, and maybe consider helping us push our metrics up on Google and get around and smash that like button, because that, along with a dram or two of Kirkland Irish whiskey, is all I'm going to need to put my big ass happy face on. Oh yeah, before I go, shout out to you, Danny, my good brother, so fucking drunk. So, next DJs BrewTube, I got nothing but a hell of a bunch of Kirkland Irish whiskey drinking love for you, and you know what's coming, that's right, a big ass